Well, addressing the drug crisis. Today, Multnomah County making the emergency declaration to address fentanyl with the state of and the city of Portland a permanent thing.
So when you hear the word emergency, most people think urgency. But some service providers and commissioners say this declaration doesn't call for immediate actions to be taken. Brandon Thompson has been following this since the start. Brandon, how will access to addiction services change with this emergency?
Well, frankly, the emergency declaration does not say that, just as some commissioners and service providers are calling on the city, state, and county to fix the gaps and problems that they already know exist. Now, Chair Jessica Vega-Peterson says that the emergency declaration, that's to get the three governments to coordinate better in the future and use the next 3 months to figure out how.
Our friends and neighbors are dying all over town.
As part of her work, Sarah Fisher has seen people she's worked with for years die from overdose. The latest on Sunday and just last night.
There were just a whole bunch of people standing around at 10, 11, 11:30 at night who live with so much trauma and are surrounded by death. And I always ask myself, who's next?
The latest data from the Oregon Health Authority shows the state was on pace for over 1,200 people dying from opioid-related overdose last year. Two issues Fisher takes from this emergency declaration, several others and commissioners expressed as well. The first, it focuses too much on downtown.
While I appreciate the business community, now all of a sudden it's a problem when it's been a problem for decades.
We continually get left behind in those situations, and I just want to see there's some collaboration between the county and community-based organizations.
My commitment is that, as we look at addressing these issues, that we are putting resources, we are paying attention to the response throughout the county.
The other concern, a lack of action taken by the declaration.
We're declaring an emergency, and we know in this emergency what are the specific actions that we're going to take.
It's important because it is an emergency, but it's not going to accomplish anything without specific measurable outcomes.
So Vega-Peterson did say that more outreach efforts as well as prevention campaigns for youth are already underway. But to start this meeting, commissioners heard from the county health department about its overdose prevention strategy. In that presentation, it identified a 42% gap in access to addiction services. So I asked the county chair, why not address that with this emergency declaration? She responded saying it's about more than just the county, and state resources could be needed to address it. Live in downtown Portland, Brandon Thompson, KOIN 6 News.